don't remember who called me for the audition, to tell you the truth, but I do remember that I felt I had gotten the part because when they called me in to read for Lisa, they showed me a sequence where she walks up to, I think, the front of the SDF-1 and gives a command of some kind, and she flips her hair. Just as well, I didn't even intend to do this, but I walked up to the mic and I flipped my hair as I walked up there, which was about her length at that time, longer. And I in the studio after that was like, oh, it was like they felt I had connected with her essence or something, which apparently had something to do with hair flipping, I guess. Well, I think it's the same kind of thing as any imaginative show that people connect with at some point in their life where, and that can be it can be when they're teenagers or it can be when they're older, where they need something that sets their imagination free and takes them to other worlds. I remember when I was a teenager, there was a show on called Dark Shadows, and this was more of a kind of an occult kind of thing, you know, with vampires and witches and alternate dimensions, and I was just fascinated with that. It wasn't really very good at all, but I loved it because it really freed up, you know, your imagination. And I know the actors. I met a couple of the actors in Dark Shadows. They don't understand the appeal of Dark Shadows. I think a lot of times the people who are doing it aren't really connecting with it on the same level as people are watching it. But after they did it, then they understood the appeal. Same as after I did Robotech, I understood the appeal. It's like really, it's just a starting point for people to get their imaginations fired up and go from there. And a lot of times it'll take them even to a whole career, maybe in animation or something like that. It's wonderful to see where people will go with that initial thing that gets them excited. Yes, although until last night I wasn't sure how she was going to sound. I'm like, okay, I need to come up with something that doesn't sound like Lisa at all, so I don't know if I can take her down. I'll have to take, anyway, but yeah, she's wonderfully psychotic, so, and totally different from the heroine mode, so I love playing villainesses. And animation is one of the few places I get to play villainesses because, I guess because of the way I look in person. My voice can do just about anything, but when they see me in person, it's like, oh, no, wait, no, she's not a villainess. She wouldn't hurt a fly. You know, so.